What is going on, YouTube? Fascinating graveyard in 8K. Does anybody have an 8K device? Is that even a thing? Can anybody tell that this video is in 8K? Well, you know, I figure since my camera phone has an 8K setting, then I'll do it in 8K. I don't think anybody really cares. Hey, my video's in 8K. Who cares? Who cares? Can anybody tell? Anyways, moving along. So, listen, guys, sometimes I go to an area where I want to visit a grave of somebody that was interesting, and then something comes up. Something comes up, and I got to leave. And that actually kind of came up. I got a call from somebody about a story down in Cincinnati that I need to make tracks and go down there and cover before somebody else covers it. I got the inside track, kids. Yes. So that story will be coming out pretty soon. It's going to be a very, very, very fascinating video. But really quickly, without knowing too much about his history, just going off the top of my head, not doing any kind of research, we're going to visit the final resting place of Eliot Ness. Of course, Eliot Ness was, he was famous for trying to take down Al Capone. You know, Al Capone was a big-time bootlegger in Chicago in the 20s and 30s. Eventually, Al Capone did not get taken down necessarily by Eliot Ness, but he got taken down from the agents of the Bureau of Internal Revenue, which would later be called the IRS. God, I hate those guys, don't you? So anyways, so Eliot Ness was born April 19th, 1903, and I think I did look this up really quick. Originally, I believe he went to school. I forgot I ain't gonna lie. Why would I even pretend that I know what I'm talking about? But his first job wasn't in law enforcement. Like, he worked for like different companies running people's credit reports or something like that. But later on, he got a job as a prohibition agent, which basically back in the 30s when, you know, alcohol was illegal, the government had their own law enforcement section where they only dealt with bootleggers, people making moonshine, people making alcohol. And he was head of the outfit there in Chicago. And later on, he was hired over here in Cleveland. This is where he took a job. So he became famous, of course, from his efforts of trying to bust Al Capone. And of course, many books were written about him. That movie, The Untouchables, starring Robert Stack, the late and great Robert Stack, who played Eliot Ness in those movies. The reason why they call him The Untouchables is I'm fairly certain it was because they would try to bribe this guy in Chicago, like, to look the other way. You know, they said like, oh yeah, hey, we'll give you, you know, X amount of dollars per week, and we'll just leave it on your table, and you just turn the other way, kid, and, you know, we'll do whatever we want to do. And he was untouchable. He was not going to be bribed. And neither were any of the prohibition agents that were working with him. And that is how he got the name. And by the way, before I show you his final resting place, check out this interesting setup right here. This guy was an artist apparently, because you got a lot of pens stuck in the ground. And the other reason why this video needed to be short is because I guess I'm in a bad area of Cleveland because I'm constantly hearing sirens. But anyways, so this isn't the grave of Eliot Ness. I got Robert Stack on the brain now. No, this is what you would call a cenotaph, which is, it's not a grave marker. See, somebody donated this a while back because when he died on May 16th, 1957, he died of a heart attack. He died right after him and this other guy was pretty much writing his autobiography about his life, about how he busted people, whatever. And he lived in PA at the time. He dropped dead of a heart attack right there. Man was very young. He was only 54 when he died, I believe. 54, yeah. So anyways, he's buried with his wife, Elizabeth, and that Robert Eliot Ness, that's his adopted son. So his ashes were, he was cremated and his ashes were scattered in this lake right here. So kind of not his grave, but this is the, of course, this is the area where his ashes were scattered in that lake behind. So nevertheless, Eliot Ness, yeah, man, you know what's so funny about this guy? He never, I mean, he was famous. He was one of the most famous guys in the country for a while. And when you get that kind of fame, and it's like you're trying to chase that fame, and you know, once you leave the spotlight, some people just get addicted to it. And he was always like wanting to be somebody and be famous, and which is probably why he was writing the book at the time of his death. So not the best video about Eliot Ness. It was either me do it now and then leave, and then maybe I come back, but I may not come back. I may not come back to Cleveland. I don't know. So I'd rather just do it and pay my respects and just give a little bit of a backstory of his life. Guys, Google is a great thing if anybody wants to look him up, or leave a comment below and tell me what I missed. Also, another reason why I need to leave quickly is because there's like some weirdo security guard cop guy keep looking at me. He keeps looking at me, looking at my rig. And so he's making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. So next time, if I do come to this cemetery next time, I'll have to park outside in the neighborhood and then just kind of waltz all in here. With that being said, guys, not the best, not the most informative video, but a video really quick, just visiting his grave in case I never come back. Rest in peace to Eliot Ness. And guys, I will catch up with you on the next episode of Fascinating Graveyard. Next time it won't be an 8K, because I don't think anybody has an 8K device, and I think 8K is a fad. I think it's an absolute fad. But let me know in the comment section. Let me know, do you have 8K? Are you a big baller shot caller? You got a big old 8K TV? Are you watching this on your 99.5-inch TV in your living room? Tell me how the video looks. I have no idea. For the amount of money you probably pay for your 8K TV, you better be able to see the damn ants on that tree right there, huh? All right, guys, I will see you on the next episode. Be good, y'all. Peace out. Yeah, I know I'm still recording. I'm just wondering if you guys are amazed about this visually wonderful 8K video. Okay, all right, this time I'm out, I promise. Peace.